Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Phil and this channel is called Opium Coils. So after my last video I decided to go ahead and continue the subject, and I will show you guys today how I clean my coils and maintain them so to prevent them of burning out and gank up to the point that you have to actually chuck them in the bin. So without further ado, let's go down. I'll show you all the tools you need and I'll show you how I do it. Okay, so we are down now and that's the tools we're going to need. Ceramic tweezers, not pliers, like I said in the previous video. I'm sorry about that. Scissors, and my favorite tool to put your cotton in with. Additional thing we've got here, it's a bit of warm water just to buff your coils in, and screwdriver just to check the actual post screws. Now this, let me just zoom in quickly. Where is it? No, sorry. There you go. Coils are nice and gunky. They've been in there for about 2 to 3 days. I use fairly sweet juice. That's why they go a little bit gunky like this. Never mind. We are about to change that. Let me just... There we go. So we don't need this as just yet. We don't need those and that. So what you do is lift the cotton slightly, just like this, and just sort of zoom in a little bit. Yeah. Lift your cotton just like so. See that cotton is fairly yellowish. Try to remove the cotton. Be careful with removing the cotton so that you don't ruin the coils. If you have a bit too much cotton, what I normally like to do is just kind of spread the cotton a little bit, like you can see right in there, and just take that little part off. Maybe slightly more, just like that, and then you grab it from the other side and it slides out just like so. Beautiful. Just try to remove as much cotton as you possibly can. Just use your fingers. Again, I will highly advise not to use a mod with batteries in. As you guys can see, the coils are still nice and gunky, so what we do, again, gentle pulsing the coils just to get rid of the remains of the juice. These are quad-core aliens, by the way. Now I'm just going to zoom out slightly, just like so. Take that off, out. So now where our warm water comes handy. So basically what you guys do, just again, gently pulse the coils until they go nice and red. Just like that. And put them in the water. Please remember, before you put the coils underwater, release that fire button, because I can tell you now, electricity and water don't mix together too great, so you don't want to find out how that works. Again, hear that? Gentle pulse in the coils, just like so. Do it twice, do it 3 times. It all depends how much dirt and gunk you got on the actual coils. You'll see they should go nice and kind of dark silver with like a green tint to it, but they're nichrome. So let me just zoom in so you can see what the coils look now. I'm going to zoom in all the way so you can see actually. Where's that bloody middle? There it is. There it is. Yeah, so that's basically what your coils should look like. They're still absolutely fine and they fire beautiful. These are quad-core aliens. A pair of 6 reps. Clock that. 0.13. Yeah, I think that's my favorite number, 0.13. Yeah, 85 watts. So now we're going to wick it and juice it. Let's do it, damn it. So now after firing the coils, what do you want to do? Just in case anything got loose, which most probably hasn't, but just try and see if the post screws need tightening up. There you go. No, there's no need for that. Let's go. Whenever you try to tighten the screws, I would highly advise firing the coils as well afterwards, just to actually make sure they still fire nice and even. Now for this part, let me just sort of zoom out a little bit. That's it. That's better. Oh, cool. Again, we're going to use our cotton bacon. I do use different cotton as well. I use Texas Tough, Juicy Wicks. Yeah, I think it is Juicy Wicks. It's very nice, very nice. I love it, especially with my jam juices. It works absolute magic. It just changes the flavor amazingly, which to me works just fine. So now, like a little trick, you say you've got 2 bits of cotton, like leftovers, and it's cool, and you're thinking, oh yeah, this is not enough for my build. It might be enough, in fact. And this one is not enough either. So what you do, just to be a super scrimper, just take a tiny little bit off one bit, put it on top. What you also can do is just do somewhat a Scottish wick. That's what it's called, a Scottish wick. It wicks quite a bit better than like a normal cotton without spreading it apart like this. With cotton bacon, doesn't really work that well if you want to spread it like this, but still good enough, for me. So we can do this, and then just put that out. Then you can just sort of roll it like this, roll it, not too tight, so you got a nice fluffy piece of cotton. And then again, roll it gently in your fingers, in your toes if you want, but don't think that'd be good. Never mind. Just roll it just like that, and you feel that fluffiness already. You know, you feel that fluffiness already. The Scottish wick works best with like, you know, the little rectangular pieces of Japanese organic cotton. It works really well. Then do that. Might just zoom in slightly, just like this, so you guys can see it again. Sorry, out of focus again. There we are. There we are. Let me just put something underneath that so you got a better light. There we go. Again, just take this, roll the cotton just like so. There might be slightly too much in there. I'll see. Yeah, it is a little bit too much. So if you feel at the beginning that you've got a bit too much cotton, there's always time to actually take it out and take a little bit of that cotton out, because as I said in my previous video, if you stuff the coil with cotton, you might just ruin the build. The actual wraps are going to spread apart, and you're going to just ruin your coil. So it makes no sense, does it? So just take your time. Again, this one I'm taking a little bit of that cotton off, just like that. Doesn't need to be pretty. As far as it vapes okay, that's all that matters. And then again, just roll it in your fingers, and just zoom in a little bit. Not zoom in, to correct the focus. That's awesome. And then as you go, as you kind of push it and then pull it with the other hand, just try to twist the cotton slightly, and then just back and forth a few times. Now, where the scissors come handy, be careful, them scissors are very sharp. I sound like Mr. Maker. Sorry, Mr. Maker. I stole your line. Now, this part of the cotton is always a bit dangerous for me, and you have to be careful. These scissors are incredibly sharp. They are insane. But these came with, is it LD? Like a coil building set, and these have been with me for a long time, and they're still sharp as hell. So be careful, because I sometimes try to hold my cotton like this. Now look, like this, and that's where accidents happen. And to be fair, the tip of the scissors opened my finger like that, with no trouble at all, at all. And I must admit, it didn't tickle. It didn't tickle at all. Okay, we're not filming 24 hours at A&E, so I'm not going to bore you with that. Just wanted you to know to be very careful with scissors. Okay, and our usual thing, just tack the cotton all the way in, push it back out, just like so. So it's nice and fluffy, a bit more. So leave that hole open for the airflow to go through nice and easy. Okay, just like so. Push it back on the other side, just like this. You can use for this part, you can use like a thin screwdriver or anything you've got. I tried using my tweezers, but with this particular build deck, things like this, like what I use here, work absolute magic. So let me show you again. And that's what it looks like, the tool. And that actually came with the set for coil builders from LD. It was about 20 quid, and it's absolutely awesome. Now I'm going to zoom in on the coils again, and we try to juice it up. So I'll see you guys in a moment. And here we are, nice and zoomed in, the same juice, so we don't get confused. Again, prime your coils a little bit, just like that. Basically what I tried to explain in my last video, don't put your juice on the actual cotton like this to start with, because what it's going to do is just going to slide down on your mod. So it makes no sense. Just prime the coils first. Let the juice soak in nicely. Just like that. Leave it for 2 seconds. Have a vape. Now, again, pulse it gently a couple of times, like literally split second pulsing. So you're warming up the coils, and what that does, it melts the juice and it helps to saturate the cotton. And I absolutely love the fresh wick with that juice. It's just something else. I tried other juices and they're cool, they're awesome, but this banana juice from Cream Puff Factory is absolutely amazables. Right, I think it's all nicely juiced up, as you can see, nicely saturated. Coils get a bit angry now. Awesome. Put a few more drops on it just to make sure. I'm an over dripper. I over drip all the time, like literally all the time. But that's cool. It's better to over drip and have a spit back rather than rather than get a dry hit. And getting a dry hit of angry coils, trust me, I had better experience. Okay then guys, so we're gonna go up and vape on it and enjoy it. So we're gonna say goodbyes and thank yous and all that. So I will see you guys in a bit. And we're back up now guys. So we've got this build, came up to 0.13, 85 watts, banana. Let's have it. Oh, that is so good. That is so good. I'm gonna have to have another one. You need to forgive me. Oh yes, somewhat orgasmic. Not really, but you know, my favorite juice. What can I say? What can I say? Now, I was thinking, some people say to me, oh, my coils don't ramp up straight away. They got a bit of a ramp up time. I'm thinking, you know what? I like to vape them somewhere between 0.1 being the lowest to about 0.18 being the highest. Obviously, I've got a few mech mods, I've got regulated mods, whatever. Even on the regulated mode, I don't really like to vape on a very high wattage. Normally somewhere around 75 to 85, maybe 90 if you push it, but I don't really go that high. So vaping on the lower wattage like this, what it means, if your coil's fairly low, the ramp up is going to be a bit slower. Now, most probably that has been said a million times, but I think a good idea is don't just put it in your mouth and suck on it. Ha! That didn't sound great. Well, don't vape on it straight away. Just warm up your coils. Push that button for a second or two. And what that does is instant ramp up. Look. Absolutely beautiful. Stunning. Stunning. So that was my little tip for you. Please let me know what you think about this video. Relatively short comparing to the last one. I think it's going to be anyway. Still got editing to do. But yes, if you like the video, please click the like button. If you like to see more, obviously subscribe. If you want to share it, it's absolutely fine. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Phil, and this channel is called Opium Coils. I will see you guys very, very soon.